Now the next life cycle is continuous feedback. Now feedback is also one of the important aspect for any product. So if you want to deploy a high quality of product, you should have a feedback in place, right? So whether if you are going to place the feedback lifecycle after just after the build, or just after the test, or just after deploying the product, right? So once the application is released into the market, the end user will use the application and they will give us feedback about the performance of the application. Okay. And any glitches affecting the user experience after getting multiple feedback from the end user, the DevOps team will analyze the feedback given by end user. Okay, and they will reach out to the developer team, tries to rectify the mistake they are performing in that piece of the code. By this we can reduce the error of the bugs that which we are currently developing, and can produce much more efficient result for the end user. Also we reduce any unnecessary steps to deploy the application. Okay, so this is very basic to understand of the continuous feedback. So this can be implemented, whether this should be also implemented on every phase. So suppose if you are building the code, you should have a feedback in place of some kind. So I am hoping you are clear with continuous feedback. This is also one of the important player in the DevOps lifecycle. So if you want to build your code, if you want to get feedback, if you want to test the code, if you want to get the feedback, or if it is released to the market, you definitely need to get feedback from the end users. Okay, so in here the end users feedback requires the most, and that's why you are calling it continuous feedback, because a smaller sprint of the code is now sent to the production, and now end user will test it, or end user will use it and provide the performance, or how the application is working, right? That's it for this lecture. In the next lecture we'll learn about next life cycle. Okay.